We're back again, this time to talk about the GA-B2-100C9AER Bluetooth Solar 2100 series watch. Before we get into it, I have to confess I have recently found myself wearing a G-Shock more each day, and with good reason. The one thing about automatic watches, as much as I love them, is you have to set them whenever they've been left for a couple of days. But with a G-Shock, that's not an issue. I've heard a lot of people saying they use their phone and don't need a timepiece on the wrist, but for me, I want to have the option of pulling out my phone or having a quick wrist check. And I also believe wearing a watch says something good about a person. When sitting in a business meeting, for example, I will notice if a person opposite is wearing a watch, and it doesn't matter if it's a Rolex or a Casio, I feel slightly more at ease doing business with someone who puts a watch on in the morning, just like myself. You already know I really like the squares. They look simple and understated on the wrist, which is great for going to the gym, walking. In fact, they can be worn virtually anywhere. Except I wouldn't choose one for a nice dinner. And if you're worried about your arm being chopped off for your watch, well, when you're wearing a G-Shock, you don't really have to worry about that. Now, the first G-Shock was launched in 1983 with the DW5000C, which set the design of the square shape and all those brilliant pieces which have followed. Since then, there's been a lot of development, and like the new Bluetooth line with solar charge, which means that you will never have to replace the battery, and the time is always going to be accurate. Back in 2019, G-Shock released the GA2100 model, which was the first watch with the octagon shape. The design initially created a stir at G-Shock, with employees being uncertain about the initial design release. Since then, the shape has been a huge success. The watch has been nicknamed the Casio Oak after the Audemins Piguet Royal Oak. Today, we're looking at the GA-B2-100C9AER, which is a new version of the Casio Oak line and is currently one of the most popular G-Shock options on the market. This watch has the features I just mentioned, with accurate timekeeping, through Bluetooth connectivity, and it's solar powered. And as you can see, the version I chose is in a standout yellow colour, so less on the understated side and more on the search and rescue. The yellow is very bright, which I think will be like Marmite. Some of you will absolutely love it and others will get a headache just looking at it. It feels light in the hand and it's a great size on the wrist, with the dimensions being 48.5 by 45.4 by 11.9, I would say it's a perfect size to meet the needs of the masses. This watch is 200 meter water resistant, which is more than enough, but still good to know that if you did decide to go diving, it will survive. This is a very tough watch, in the same way that all G-Shocks are, but I would say this one does look particularly tough with the yellow colour. It's packed with features, including 5 daily alarms, great if you're like me, snooze your alarm multiple times in the morning before you get up, and it's always good to have a backup. The watch has an automatic calendar and once set will display the correct time. This is another massive benefit over a normal watch, being able to know the date and time accurately at a moment's notice when your phone isn't within arm's reach. The strap is made of resin and it feels very comfortable, soft, durable, never have an issue with the comfort of a G-Shock. They usually feel great on the wrist. This model packed with the new carbon core guard structure, which is said to increase the overall toughness of the watch. This model has a dual illuminator, which is separate illumination of the digital components, a nice extra feature to have. And you also have the option to choose from multiple languages, which goes well with the world time feature. The watch weighs 52 grams, which is a nice weight and means you barely feel it on the wrist. I think this is one of those watches which is great for someone looking for something a bit different from the normal Casio oak style that many people already have. The watch does stand out on the wrist, and it would make a talking point of conversation. I like the overall colour scheme, the white hand on the black face, and the small yellow hand on the left side. They complement each other very well, and it balances out the watch. I also like the blue writing of the Bluetooth text. It all works together very well. Around the face we have black writing on the yellow. This is expected with G-Shock and it looks good. There are multiple ways this watch can be modded out, and if you look on Instagram, I'm sure that you will see unlimited ideas there. G-Shock keeps coming up with brilliant designs and I can't wait to see how far they can go with it. One of my favourite watches, and since I picked one up, it was a Riseman 10 years ago to go travelling through New Zealand and Australia. I've liked them ever since. You've always have a collection of G-Shocks. This would be a good addition. I'm sure that you will find occasions to wear and look cool with the bright yellow, making outfits less boring. This watch is all about fun, and if you want to add that touch of excitement to your outfit, this will do it. I picked up another awesome G-Shock last week. I'm going to review that shortly, and I'll tell you what one do you think it is? Leave a guess in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious how many of you will get that right. I'll give you a hint, it's a recent collaboration piece. Remember to subscribe to the channel as it makes it easier getting access to new watches for future videos. I hope you have a fantastic day and thanks for watching.